In studio this afternoon, I'm joined by Tapiwa, Anifasi, the BeeMaster, and Buriel, Motlhanka, FNBB Foundation Program Manager, to discuss the impact of spelling bee in the country. A very good afternoon, gentlemen, and thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Of course. Now, Mr. Tapiwa, as the BeeMaster, yes, let's just get into talking about the Spelling Bee Botswana program. What's it about, and how long has it been, operating, and how has it been doing thus far?
Fantastic. Let me start and precursor this by saying that I could speak about it the whole day. In a nutshell, this is a literacy development program.
Right.
Meaning that at the essence of it is we want to help our learners be able to read, write, listen, and speak effectively. That is at the core of it.
Right.
And in this program, we are privileged to be able to work together with wonderful educators. And so we serve to augment what our educators are doing, and at the same time provide an intervention tool that incentivizes excitement in the students and the learners, gives them something to look forward to, but at the same time direct them towards their academic endeavors. Now, one key thing about literacy is how do you use all of this to make sense of the world around you? And that's the whole goal at the end of the day. Can you make sense of the world around you with what you have learned, what you have read, what you have listened to, and what you're communicating? And we've been excited that over the past 18 years, we've grown in leaps and bounds from 12 schools participating to well over 300 on average every single year in all 10 educational regions of the country. We've been able to incorporate primary, junior, senior schools, as well as tertiary schools. We've gone all the way to have a truly inclusive program that includes the deaf and the visually impaired. So I can truly say we've done quite well for ourselves over the 13 years, from publications to even international competitions where we have done extremely well and stood raising the flag high.
Wow, yeah. Quite commendable.
Quite
commendable. You know, back in the day, we used to have spelling bees, but they were just like a micro program in the school, and we never really got the essence of it. But the Spelling Bee Botswana is bringing that out, and it's quite exciting to see the impact that it has had. Speaking of the impact, let's just go straight into perhaps just noting some of the things that notable things that we have seen coming out of this initiative or program.
I think one of the most things that is important to note in terms of impact, or measurable impact, is one, participation. When we talk about 12 schools in one region in the Northwest, all the way to 10 regions, that is amazing impact. That means that there is something worthwhile to the program in itself. When you move as well into becoming fully inclusive, having deaf spellers, having visually impaired spellers as well. I know many people are always asking us, what do you mean there's deaf spelling? How do they do it? Through sign language. That is still articulated communication that happens there. And so we're excited about that. And last year, the first ever international competition for deaf students, Botswana took first prize. And we won that after pioneering other countries in Southern Africa. So we moved from just having it internally to pioneering our peers, sharing with them knowledge, sharing with them best practices, and that is where we were. Now we are proud to boast of high achievers. Over the years, we've got high achievers now. Some are doctors, some are in accounting, some are doing great things across the country. But what we are excited about is the fact that they take the knowledge they get, the skills they get from this, and use them to their advantage, especially in their academics and even in their lives as well. And it goes also beyond academics. For some, behavioral change just comes from following rules. Because there are rules in the Spelling Bee program, and just following rules leads to behavioral change. And so we're truly excited about impact like that. Publications, like I mentioned before, being able to publish our own edition, the Spelling Bee Handbook, that alone is of great impact. And so we're truly excited that over the years, even in 2015, we co-founded the African Spelling Bee, and so now we're excited that from 5 countries, there's 27 countries, and they'll be gathering in our neighbors next year, and it's going to be an exciting experience as well. So that's the relatively short impact I can give you. Otherwise, I could take the whole day.
The whole day, because it's quite an packed full program.
Indeed.
Fully packed. Hey, and I'm really excited about and grateful that it is so inclusive.
Yes.
Inclusivity is something that we are striving for in this country, and to see that you have included even the deaf, it's quite exciting. It does show that we are moving in the right direction as a country in terms of literacy development. Now, Mr. Motlhanka, how has FNBB been in support of this program so far?
Thank you so much for the invite, and thank you so much for seeing the purpose through the eyes of Spelling Bee. The FNBB Foundation supported Spelling Bee in 2015 with around 10,000 so that they can amplify their mandate, especially in remote areas. So in 2018, we saw the improvement in terms of the reach, in the coverage, and also the inclusion, which according to the revised education policy of 1994, is one of the areas that has been neglected across the country.
Right.
So we feel that supporting Spelling Bee at that particular time, which was a year behind COVID, we felt it will amplify their mandate. So this year we funded the Spelling Bee with around 75,000 because they've amplified their mandate. They've put together these young children or young students in Kasane to say, we are selling diamonds in the form of these kids.
Right.
We are also selling the tourism in terms of the selection of the place. So the conversation around education and inclusion has been regressed because of the current realities and in the economy where we don't have money, where we have just the resourcing around education. So I feel we are coming at the right time to support them. We see what they are doing in the region. We'll also continue to seek a partnership with them. They will come after the Kasane nationals to evaluate and see future partnerships.
Right. And in terms of youth development, from your perspective as a key sponsor to the Spelling Bee Botswana program, what impact have you been able to see, and a shift in the communities that you've worked in rural areas, like you did mention that with your support they're able to reach underprivileged communities as well?
Thank you so much. Currently, what we are seeing on the ground, we've seen regression in terms of the academic performance. But at extracurricular level, the infusion of Spelling Bee has supported young people to navigate through the transitions from junior school to senior school and also at university, like Brian just said. So I feel the impact in terms of the numbers of the schools from 12 to 15, and now we are speaking about more than 300 schools taking part in the competitions. We feel that will improve the livelihoods and the mental space of these young children. Thank you so much.
Right. That is quite impactful. Mr. Tapiwa,
Yes.
A while back there we did mention that the Spelling Bee also instills discipline within, the child or the participants, right? Let's just speak more to that because most of the times we're just thinking Spelling Bee. We're just there to spell words, learn new words.
Exactly.
That's just about it.
Yes.
So let's just get, the essence of that aspect of instilling discipline.
Yes. I think what's important to note, like you said, it's not always about coming in and then you're learning supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. As exciting as it sounds, what's also important is to understand, how are these words formed?
Right.
Why are they formed? What is their purpose? Is it important for me to use such a word to articulate myself, and then at the same time people cannot understand me. People cannot know what exactly this is, what we're doing here. So we've had kids who have participated in this program who were there specifically because they wanted to be part and parcel of something. Something to say, how does this start? Even if it meant organizing the competitions, if it meant pulling their peers, even if it meant coaching their peers, they wanted to be part and parcel of something, to be counted as to be involved in doing something meaningful. And that is where the discipline comes in, that there are rules that need to be obeyed. When you're working with people, there are rules. When you're engaging with the community, there are rules. And when you can understand them, then you can become more effective and, like I said before, make sense of the world around you. And we want to see leaders who can make sense of the world around them, entrepreneurs who can make sense of the world around them, and operate within the confines of these particular rules. And that's the only way we can grow.
Right, right. Now, how have you, 13 years, you did say that you've been in the game.
Yes.
How have you been able to sustain this program?
Right. First and foremost, resilience. If you do not have the resilience and the passion to make it happen, you're not going to go anywhere. Secondly, I'm grateful for the gift of gab, the ability to talk. Otherwise, we'll not be able to engage partners like FNBB Foundation. So we do engage partners. We do go out there and speak to them about our vision and our mandate. And in as much as we do seek so much more, we have to prove to them that we are indeed doing something. And so the more we do, the more we are resilient, no matter COVID, no matter the challenges. If we come back to them and show them that we're expanding, we're making an impact, they come back again. And we are glad when they keep on inviting us to say, let's evaluate. Let's see the opportunities for partnership. And so sustainability comes in understanding that no matter what happens, education is never going to go away. We have to find ourselves in there. There's a term educators call the irreducible minimums, which means that educators and learners will always exist.
Right.
And so the sustainability of the program is already inherent within itself in terms of education. But now how do we show that we are important in intervention, we're important in augmentation, and that is what we've been able to do over the years.
Right, right. You know, Buriel, FNBB Foundation has been part and parcel of a lot of initiatives and a lot of programs that have, over the years, year in, year out, helped, you know, develop our nation, develop our youth as well. Speaking to the Spelling Bee Botswana, how has this partnership that you've forged with them, you know, contributed to Botswana's socio-economic growth?
Thank you so much. I will speak broadly before I could highlight the partnership. We currently have several educational support projects that we are carrying out. We have Banaba Metsi Vegetable Garden in Garanga. We have RADP Scholarship in Delta Waters, supporting remote area dwellers in the Kalahari. We have Simitwe Primary School, Poultry Garden, Orchard, just to mention a few. We feel that education plays a critical role in supporting our livelihood. For me, I come from a very, very small dusty village. Nobody thought I would be here. I participated in debates, I participated in the literacy program in the school. So I feel the literacy programs can bring out leaders, can bring out impactful people in the society. So far, the report that is going to come out from the Kasane nationals will also guide us to come up with evidence-based solutions to support them and other partners. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow. It's quite commendable what you do. If I may just mention that these programs, so when you have these programs that, you know, push the mandate of, or when you support these programs that, you know, push the mandate of growth, of development from a young age, from that grassroots levels, it's something that is going to take us far as a nation. And now just, you know, before I let you go, just wrapping up our conversation, maybe let's just talk about long term. What do you hope, what are you hoping the Spelling Bee Botswana program will in future, you know, do for the young people of this nation, not just the young people of this nation, but, you know, improve our economy across all sectors?
I think, that's a beautiful question that you've asked there, because it's something that we're always thinking about. And I think right now on the table and in the pipeline, there are some things that will obviously be announced at the nationals. I don't know if my peers would allow me to preempt and announce them, but there are things that we're going to be announcing at the nationals that are very important to supporting what he mentioned around tourism. And that's one of the things that we want to do, to host the African Spelling Bee here in Botswana. For us, that is very, very important, to bring people to see the diamond that is Botswana. Secondly, we want to influence in terms of policy development at a very early age. We've already started engaging at early childhood, which means that we've got schools, we've got parents who are sending us clips from all the way in Charles Hill, what they're doing with their kids. We've got schools in Palape that are showing us what they're doing with 4-year-olds. And this is something that we're working on in the next 4 or 5 years to say, let's get them right there and prepare them that by the time they are in school, we've advanced homeschool engagement. Parents are more involved more than ever before. We are also providing evidence-based data that can be used by policymakers to say, okay, you guys are going all over. Wow, please bring us this. And at the same time, selling our country as the knowledge economy that it is. And this is something that we think is fundamentally important going forward. But then again, remember I said that we are working with around 300 schools? Our next objective is that of the over 1,000 schools in the country, we want all of them having been given the opportunity to be part and parcel of this literacy program, and we take it forward from there and see if we can impact 10 times more than what we're doing right now. That's just 5 years as it stands.
Wow, wow.
Yes.
And over to you, Buriel, as you know, from FNBB Foundation, as the program manager, going forward in the future, with all the projects that you're supporting and all the programs and initiatives that you're supporting so far that have to do with, youth development, what are you hoping to see, or what are the fruits that you're hoping, to rip from, your investments?
Thank you so much for that question. We like tapping on the concept Lojo Salimets. We want to see the transitions at early childhood level, at primary school level, tertiary level, and at national and international level. So seeing impact at different levels encourage us to put a hand, to be present during the evaluations, during the ideation stage of projects so that support education. So I believe because of the current economic landscape, we're going to see a lot of need coming from the communities and schools and other partners coming to FNB Foundation, say, kindly support us. So in terms of my outlook, I feel we need stronger partnership. We need passion from Brian and other partners. So to amplify their mandate and also amplify our mandate and reach.
Right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Course. Well, there we have it. That was Mr. Tapiwa, Anifasi, BeeMaster, and Buriel Motlhanka, FNBB Foundation Program Manager, where we were discussing the impact of the Spelling Bee Botswana program. And as they have mentioned, spelling, or as we have been talking, spelling bees are not just, a way of learning new words and how to spell. There is so much more to it. Stay tuned for the news at the top of the hour.
The cost of care is one thing that is cannot be dilly-dallied anymore. With the communication that was sent out this week, it's now the